Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Nupur Gupta from Well Women Clinic and Fortis Memorial Research Institute, Gurugram, practicing gynecology and obstetrics in Gurgaon. Many mental illnesses are more prevalent in women than in men. For example, depression. As obstetrician gynecologists, our role is very important because we come into contact with women more often and we play a primary role in screening for mental illness. Emotional and mental health affects us all, and it is almost equal to physical health affecting rich, poor, young, and old. Pregnancy can also bring up other emotionally charged issues such as difficult family relationships, insecurities, unrealistic expectations, which may have previously been suppressed or ignored. We do realize that mental health issues are growing, and we are here to build support and best practices when it comes to an expecting mother. Our topic for Facebook Live today is emotions in pregnancy, mood swings, and mommy brain, for which we have with us today Astha Diwan. Welcome, Astha. So let me introduce everyone to Astha. Astha
Thank
is
you,
a
Dr.
life
Nupur.
can also bring up other emotionally charged. So Astha is a life coach and counselor working in the area of mental health for teenagers, women, and employees of organizations. She uses scientific tools like subconscious mind reprogramming, emotional intelligence, even decoding your personality, and counseling to help people resolve their problems. Her sessions also focus on creating strength in your emotions and mental health. She has been always a breakthrough during her results of coaching and counseling. In her total experience of 19 years, she has worked for the first 12 years in management roles and last 7 years on spreading mental health awareness in schools, corporate and business houses, and entrepreneurial communities. So we welcome everyone to discuss about the mental health issues that women face and how can we help overcome them. And once again, welcoming Asta to the live session today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nupur. It is my pleasure to be talking to you about one of the most important, issues that pregnant women are facing today. And thank you for actually choosing to talk about this topic because emotional and mental health is also important for a pregnant woman. So thank you so much once again, and we can definitely get started and talk more about it in detail.
Yeah. So, Astha, we know that lot of emotional health problems women encounter during pregnancy, and it is because that the mommy brain undergoes so many changes during pregnancy, and it is mostly because of the influence of hormones like estrogen and progesterone. And let us discuss more in detail about how it affects and emotional changes are bound to happen during pregnancy. We should not give up, and this is the time that you should have the best of health and you should enjoy your pregnancy and make it unforgettable for yourself, for your family, and for your partner. So, Asta, we come to the first questions that how can we control emotions during pregnancy?
Thank you,
Over to
Dr.
you,
Nupur,
Asta.
for this question.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much. So, as you mentioned, that there are physical changes that are happening in the woman, who is pregnant. We also, understood just now from you that there are hormones that are, there are more hormones like estrogen, which is being released, which can cause anxiety. So this is exactly what we're going to talk about today, that how emotions also are on a rise when a lady is pregnant. She definitely wants to enjoy, wants to have fun, wants to enjoy this entire period. But because of this hormonal changes that are happening, there are emotional vulnerability, there is emotional imbalance that happens. So yes, there is anxiety during pregnancy, during when the lady is pregnant. But yes, it can be controlled, and that is what we will talk in
Yeah.
detail as well today, that emotions can be controlled. Do not worry that you are feeling anxious or more emotional and all that. That is something that will surely happen during pregnancy.
So Asta, with this, I come to the next question, that what does it mean when we cry a lot during pregnancy? Excessive weepiness. What does this signify, and what can be the solution from your point of view?
Yeah. So, first of all, we need to understand that crying is absolutely normal. Obviously, when we are talking about that the lady is emotionally more vulnerable, she is feeling the emotions much more than she normally feels, right? There is a lot of anxiety about, how will my pregnancy go? What will happen? There is a lot of uncertainty, especially today. There is in any case uncertainty, but right now the situation is even more difficult. I'm sure you are also witnessing so many pregnant women coming to you, who are more anxious than there used to be, the anxiety in women. But then, as you said, crying is one way of emoting. Only crying is one way of, bringing out your emotions. So first of all the ladies who are listening to this, crying is all right. There is no issue in crying.
So yes, as Asta said, we don't need to worry if we
Don't
feel
get
like
too
crying,
hassled.
if
But
we are
yes,
weepy.
you
Yeah.
need to understand that if it is happening
Yes,
right.
Asta. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So we come to the
yeah.
next
So
point.
Dr. Nupur,
Yeah.
so
So
as I
Asta,
was saying that,
yeah.
as yeah, so as you said that, crying is perfectly normal, but I would just like to add one more line here, that yes, it is normal, but we need to also address the root cause behind crying, because we cannot just say that it is normal, so it let it be. But if it is happening too much, there is repeated crying, that means there is anxiety, and we need to address the root cause and the reason behind this anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah. There is not much need to be worried about being anxious, because some anxiety is part and parcel of uh, pregnancy itself. So the next question comes, Asta, that
Absolutely.
lot of times pregnant women are worried that will this emotional stress affect their unborn baby, and how can they better control their
Absolutely.
emotions?
See, right. So, Dr. Nupur, definitely stress affects the baby. We cannot say that there is no impact of stress, because, when the woman is stressed, she is, also, in a way, neglecting lot of other things. Like she might be neglecting regular exercising. If she is stressed, she might be neglecting eating properly. If
Mhm.
she is stressed, she
Yeah.
must be, taking getting too much anxious, and sleep might be getting impacted. So all these parameters that are getting impacted are then indirectly impacting the baby only, right? So we are not
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
there's a direct
Mhm.
impact, but there is indirect impact, because it is, all of these areas are getting impacted because of stress. If you're not feeling
Mhm.
happy, you will not feel like eating properly. You might end up eating junk and other things because of stress,
Mhm.
because of stress.
Yeah.
So
So
we cannot
Asta, and
ignore stress at all.
sometimes
We
uh,
cannot ignore that if you are getting stressed a lot.
so what can they do to stop being so angry during pregnancy? All these emotions get piled up during the time of pregnancy. Is there any way that we are able to have a much
Right.
better control and stop being so angry and have those mood swings? Uh, what would you advise in this regard?
Absolutely, it can be controlled. It is
Yeah.
as it is very normal. Similarly, it can be controlled as well. And I'll be talking to you in detail about how to control, in the coping strategies, which I'm going to be sharing. But I'll just give you a small gist, and that is that, remaining one thing that a pregnant woman has to ensure is that she is remaining positive. We will talk about the various ways of being positive as well, but
Mhm.
being positive is something that will, ensure that stress is lower, stress is in control. Yeah, so that is what the woman has so much of support at this point of time. There is support of the entire family. There is support of even society. The society also is very supportive to the woman at this point of time. So why
Yeah.
stress? So I'll talk to you in detail what are the steps that we can take care to cope with the stress that is happening at this point of time.
Yeah, and many times what they feel is that I am stressed out, the baby is getting affected. Will the baby feel the stress? But yes, directly, indirectly, it affects the baby, as you mentioned, that then we neglect so many other aspects of our own health, whether it is emotional, whether it is physical, mental. We don't talk to people, we are more lonely, we feel like crying, our sleeps are not good and not healthy. So yes, indirectly it affects. So does
Right.
crying during pregnancy
Yeah.
harm the baby? Yes, that we discussed directly, indirectly it does. So we come to the next part of it, which is the coping strategies. So what can mothers do to cope up
Sure.
with these
Sure.
emotional rigmarole and turmoils that happen during this time period? It is a common occurrence, and lot of them hide it either from family or from partner, lot of times to doctor as well. And sometimes we are not able to understand and identify that what is the cause of. Sometimes it leads to excessive weight gain, sometimes it leads to no weight gain, because you are so stressed during these
Sure.
times. And indirectly it manifests in other ways on your health. So over to you, Asta. How can they
Absolutely.
handle this
So
stress
I
in a
feel,
better way?
sure,
Yes,
absolutely.
Asta.
So,
Mhm.
Dr. Nupur, I think that if I'm sure each who's listening to us is looking forward to managing stress in two forms, right? There are two stages of it. Can you hear me? I hope you're
Yes,
able to
yes,
hear
yeah.
me.
You are audible.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, great. So there are great. So these are two stages. One is that you need to prevent stress. One is the prevention, and the second is the cure. So how we
Mhm.
prevent stress? By adding, music to your life, the music therapy. That would be one way of preventing stress for a for a pregnant woman. I'll give an example. So let's say when you wake up in the morning, at that time, if you can, play devotional music or whatever kind of music that soothes you, calms you down. It
Mhm.
does not give you any unnecessary stress right in the morning. So that is very important, because the morning has to start very nice, very fresh. Then and in any case there are small signs, maybe the symptoms of pregnancy, which is feeling uneasy or nausea or something. All of that is happening, right? So if there is in the morning, if there is devotional music and music therapy that you would use as well, it will help you prevent stress. So that is one of the prevention strategies, I would say. The second prevention strategy that we can have is that keep yourself engaged. If you are a pregnant woman, it does not mean that you have to rest the whole day and not keep yourself, your mind engaged. So even if the doctor has asked you to rest, while resting also you can keep your mind engaged by reading a very nice book, by maybe watching something on the phone or on television, which is helpful.
Yeah.
In a way, it is positive for the child, because everything that you are hearing, everything that you're reading, somewhere is impacting the mind and also impacting the child. Yeah, it's all happening to the child. So
Mhm.
keep that in mind and engage yourself so that your mind is not free to get anxious, or mind is not free to become, to start thinking negative. You need to keep yourself positive. That is the second strategy. The third strategy, I would say, is put up, like we used to put up very nice baby pictures in the room and all, right? That is what a pregnant lady always does. But today's time, it is important to even put up very positive quotes in the room, positive quotations, positive affirmations. Why not putting up some affirmations in the room, in a form of a poster which says you are going to be absolutely healthy in your pregnancy. You can make affirmations
Mhm.
yourself. I am going to be absolutely healthy. I am going to be absolutely healthy. I am going to be this periods to the I am healthy, and I'm going to be delivering a healthy baby. Environment will become positive. So that is the prevention that you have to do. And the cure,
Yeah. So,
okay,
yes, Asta. So we, yeah, yeah.
sure.
So Asta, we also have, we can share some positive affirmations with them that I trust in my ability to give
Sure.
birth to my baby, because this plays a very important role.
Absolutely.
And lot of times, expectant mothers think that I will not be able to deliver a child. I will not be able to tolerate the labor pains. How will my labor progress? The second is that
Sure.
me and my baby are one, and now I choose to create peace within me and around me. Are some positive quotes that we can use in our room, or I willingly release old thinking
Absolutely.
patterns based on fear and self doubt, and allow new ones based on love and self confidence. So, this is how our thought process will change. We will have a better sleep,
Absolutely.
and the disturbance will not be there, so there will be no
Yeah.
tiredness during the day. So you can continue, Astha, further.
Right. Thank you so much for putting up these quotations, Dr. Nupur, because we could give an example of what I really meant when I said put up posters of very positive quotations. Besides that, affirmations are something that you make yourself for your own self. So whatever negative thoughts that you are having, just make an opposite statement of that negative thought, and that becomes an affirmation, right? With the example that I just gave to you, I will also like to talk to you about sleep. I think sleep is also a very big issue that pregnant women face. And if they're not getting the right sleep, then the entire body clock gets disturbed. It gets disturbed for the baby as well, because if you're not waking up on
Mhm.
time, eating on time, and sleeping very late, the entire cycle gets disturbed. So we'll talk about that as well, because I think that impacts anxiety as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Astha, yes, as you mentioned, there are a lot of emotional changes that happen during pregnancy, lot of mood swings, sometimes depressing, sometimes you are too elated, not able to handle your emotions. This is kind of a normal pattern. But when it becomes too much, and when you are not able to tolerate, you are not able to sleep, your eating gets disturbed, then sometimes maybe you have a fight with your partner, or you are
Yeah.
not getting along well with your relatives at home because this is your me time, you don't want to spend time with the family. So there are times when you are not able to cope up with this situation,
Yeah.
and it is not a bad idea to take some help. So this is the time when you need to decide, and you have to know that what is the best time that you need help, and you should ask for help. And this is the time that uh, we can take help of a counselor or a psychotherapist, and the role comes here. And it is very important for us to identify that how they can be helpful to us to manage this long time period. And they are experts in this field like Astha is, and the journey will entirely become smooth. You will be able to enjoy your pregnancy much more because the negative thoughts will go away. And the basic strategies, the coping ones which Astha mentioned, which you can all try at home, they are all home remedies. But beyond that, if still the problem continues even after music therapy, even after exercising, even after discussing with family members or your doctor, but the problem is still persistent, then we need to take a call and go to a psychotherapist, because this is the time. If we don't understand what is the problem, it can go a long way. And there are studies which show that if we don't handle emotions at this time, it can lead to even postpartum depression, the postpartum blues, if you have heard of, and it will become terrible for your own self. So it is very important to go for a counseling session. No need to feel low that I need help. It is okay. A lot of people require this, and we should respect ourselves also in this. So, Asta, we come to the next
Absolutely.
question that yes, sometimes
I would
fathers,
like to
yeah,
add something here. Uh,
yeah.
yeah. So I like to add something on this topic, and thank you so much
Yeah.
for mentioning to everyone that how important it is to visit a counselor when it is really needed. I want to say something. We all give, as a woman, it is very important that she is balanced emotionally as well, physically as well, right? And we just discussed that how emotional imbalance and anxiety is impacting, the stress is impacting the physical factors as well.
Yeah.
So do not ever think that let it be. If I'm getting stressed, or if I'm getting anxious, let it be. Don't just do let it be. If you are able to handle it on your own, very good. We have just talked about some coping strategies. I will also give you some more tips about that. So if you're able to handle it on your own, great. But if you're not able to handle it on your own, the crying is happening too much, sleep is getting disturbed, you are feeling stressed all the time and anxious. So please do not let it be, because taking help is absolutely fine. As we take help of a gynecologist to take care of all the physical problems that are happening, or all the guidance that is needed. Similarly, a professional is required when you are having emotional issues. And there is this, it's as simple as that, I would say. And a counselor and a psychotherapist would guide you absolutely, on small things that will help you in your entire pregnancy only, right? So that is what I would just like to add to what you just shared, Dr. Nupur. And definitely I will give some more tips as well, for sleep,
Hmm.
and for meditation as well at this point of time.
Yeah. So Asta, the next point is sometimes even the partner, that means the father can really be of help at these points of time by being more understanding and to
Sure.
identify that how can he really help, and this will really help in coping up with what all measures that you tell and what they can apply at home, because this is a very
Sure.
important role. And this is the time when they need to be pampered and they feel special, because
Sure.
sometimes there is fear and anxiety that after delivery they will not be looked after, all the focus will be
Sure.
on the newborn child, so they want to enjoy this to the fullest. And as husbands, as partners, or to be father, if they look at this situation in a different way, I think it will really help mothers cope up better.
That is right. So the father, the would-be father, the expecting father, I would say, because these days we say we are expecting a child. It's not said that the woman is expecting a child. It's both of them who are expecting a child. So I would say that yes, the father is also expecting, and the father's role is very important, because the father is expecting father is the one who can use a therapy which is called touch therapy for the woman. See, woman
Mhm.
definitely is emotionally more vulnerable than normal at this point of time, and she's expecting more support and more understanding from the husband. Definitely, there is no doubt about it, and I think
Mhm.
that's fair as well. But the touch therapy is what the husband can do. You can, as husbands, the husband can be patient, and whenever the lady is anxious, you can just touch her forehead, hold her hand at that point of time, give her a hug. Don't say anything, just use the touch. That's about it. Because whatever you will say might become counterproductive at this point of time. She is not wanting you to give answers at this time. She's just wanting you to listen, understand, and just give her the assurance. And by this touch, by hugging, by care the woman as you would care a child at that point of time. So just waving hand on the forehead and all that, these are very small gestures, but they make a lot
Mhm.
of difference, because then the touch makes the lady assured that you are with her, and she's absolutely fine. So this is one suggestion that I would have for the fathers at this point.
Yeah, and sometimes the emotions are so hard and they make it so hard on themselves that there is a roller coaster ride of fear, fearful thoughts, being more anxious about how
Sure.
will the baby be born, what will be the mode of delivery. Sometimes they become forgetful because of sleep deprivation and hormonal fluctuations, other than excessive
Sure.
crying. And there are body image issues also that creep up, in
as
some
well.
of the women, leading to more chances of such emotions. Other than that, they think that what will happen to their job, how will they manage
Yeah.
financially. That is also thought of to be mother. Will I be a good mother? Will I be able to handle my new responsibilities? So many things are going on in their mind.
Sure.
And as you mentioned, for music therapy, uh, what is also important and that we tell them to do is to go for a regular exercise, because
Yes.
what happens is physical activity also helps to release positive hormones that are
Yes.
called endorphins, and these endorphins really help them cope up better, and they can look after themselves very well. It also helps to prepare yourself for normal labor, and the pelvic floor is better in control, and so many other benefits we all know about exercise, because you are gaining weight, then your stamina reduces, you are more fatigued. But if you are on a regular exercise pre-pregnancy and during, it will help to a large extent. Even for Asta, it will be very easy to handle such a situation, because already there is some positivity at the back, which is going on.
Right.
So Asta, we then come to that there are sometimes some women out of all who come to you, which you think that psychotherapy or counseling, they help them to a certain extent, but sometimes they need much more help than just a counseling session. And this is the time that counselors or psychotherapists or psychologists like Asta, they take a decision that whether they need medical treatment also for this, and if required, it is not a bad idea to control the situation there and then. We don't need to think that this is a stigma for us, and let it be. Let it be is not the option, is not the right option. And so I think, Asta, you also come across sometimes, not all, but very few of them still sometimes do require medication support, where the role of maybe the psychiatrist comes in.
Absolutely, but I think Dr. Nooper, the first person, if there is, see, I want to share with you two examples. So there are,
Yeah.
each one of us is a different kind of person. We have different personality. Some people require lesser help. Some people require more help. Yeah. So when
Help. Yeah.
only a counselor can decide that is only counseling going to help, or there is medication as well that is needed. So first, if there is an anxiety that the person is feeling, or person is feeling depressed, the first person they should get in touch with, it should be a counselor or a psychotherapist or a psychologist. So
Yeah.
only then, because we when we meet the person, we really understand that
Yes, you are right. So the role of counselor is very important, and they,
is
yeah,
medication needed or
yeah,
not.
not,
Because we, so that is why, medication should not be the first thing that one should go towards, is my recommendation.
hmm,
Because if there is a person who needs medication, we would definitely recommend that, because we then because looking at the situation, we assess the situation very well, and by
hmm.
assessing, we can recommend that it's only counseling or therapies that can help, or we recommend medication also to be clubbed with counseling. The only medication can also not help, then it has to be clubbed with counseling.
Yes. So yes, thank you, Asta. We have discussed a lot of strategies that they can do at home, and
Sure.
when they need help, they should open up, and uh, and not to just let it be ki, okay, I will be fine, I'm able to handle it in a much better way. So yes,
Sure.
we would like to end, Astha, by saying that don't feel depressed, lonely, don't be worried. And one thing which we would like to tell you all is to avoid unrealistic expectations, and this is the
Absolutely.
time where you need to take care of yourself, need to have a better planning, better understanding and bonding with your partner. And
Right.
if we stop complaining, lot of problems, they come to an end on their own. We don't need to make any extra effort.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. I think you've summed up it very well. I would also say that, whatever it is, any coping strategy that helps for you is fine. The only crux is you need to be positive, you need to look after your health well, eat better, manage your stress, be emotionally balanced. Or if anything, or is disturbed out of all of these things, it is going to impact the person. So take help wherever required, but manage all these areas so that you have a healthy and a very happy pregnancy. That is what is something that is
Yeah.
most important.
And keep in mind that everything will be confidential. There is nothing which will go out and open. And don't worry. Thank you. Thank you, Asta, for joining us
Thank you.
today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rupa. It was lovely talking to you and to your, audience as well. Thank you.
Thank you.